Part 1, Lily and the Magic Peach. In a village not far from Jack's, there was a young girl named Lily. She lived with her grandmother, and their only source of livelihood was the fruit from a single peach tree. One day, the tree bore no more peaches, leaving them in despair. "What are we going to do, Grandma?" Lily asked with worry. "Don't you fret, dear," replied the grandmother. "We can sell the tree wood. Maybe it's time to start anew." But Lily had a better idea. "Let me go to the market, Grandma. Perhaps I can find a solution." With hope, Lily began her journey. On her way, she met a peculiar woman with deep blue eyes, carrying a basket filled with shimmering peaches. "Hello, dear," the woman greeted. "Looking for these?" She held up a peach, which sparkled under the sun. "How did you know?" gasped Lily. "I know many things," the woman replied, smiling. "This is a magic peach. If you plant its seed before sunset, a new tree will grow overnight." Lily hesitated. "How much?" "Your honesty," the woman replied cryptically. Not understanding but feeling an odd trust, Lily told the woman about her struggles, pouring out her heart. The woman smiled. "It's yours," and handed over the peach. Excited, Lily rushed home. Her grandmother was skeptical but agreed to plant the seed. They waited eagerly. As dawn broke, they were amazed. A colossal peach tree stood in their garden, its branches laden with juicy peaches. But it wasn't just any tree. Every peach was golden, emitting a soft glow. Word spread quickly, and soon, villagers flocked to see this marvel. The golden peaches tasted like no other, sweet with a hint of magic. They sold like wildfire, and Lily and her grandmother's worries vanished. However, greed began to take root in the village. Neighbors, envious of Lily's prosperity, plotted to steal the magic peaches. One night, under the cloak of darkness, they snuck into Lily's garden. But the tree, sensing intruders, transformed its golden peaches into stone. The thieves, realizing the peaches were now worthless, fled in fear. The next morning, Lily found her garden in disarray and the stone peaches. Heartbroken, she remembered the old woman's words, "Your honesty." Tears streamed down her face as she admitted to her grandmother her earlier envy of others, wishing she had more, perhaps leading the village to envy her now. The grandmother, wise with age, nodded. "The tree is magical, but it senses the heart. Perhaps it's teaching us a lesson." They decided to give away the remaining real peaches to the villagers, hoping to mend the bonds broken by greed. The village was abuzz. The act of generosity touched every heart, and they came forward, apologizing for their greed and helping to restore the garden. That evening, as the sun set, the stone peaches turned back to golden ones. The tree, sensing the change in everyone's hearts, had forgiven them. Lily realized that real magic wasn't about having the most or the best, but in sharing and understanding. The golden peaches symbolized unity in the village, reminding everyone about the perils of greed and the beauty of generosity. And so, the legend of Lily and the Magic Peach became a tale told across generations, ensuring that the lessons learned that day were never forgotten. Part 2, The Return of the Blue-Eyed Woman. Months passed since the village united because of the golden peaches. The tree's glimmering fruit became a beacon of hope, uniting the community in unforeseen ways. Yet, with peace and prosperity, there's always the danger of complacency. One day, as autumn painted the village in shades of red and orange, the blue-eyed woman returned. She was older, her hair now silver, but her eyes were just as piercing. Lily, now revered as the guardian of the magic peach tree, greeted her. "You've returned. Our village is forever indebted to you." The woman smiled, a hint of sadness in her eyes. "I've come to see how my gift has fared. It's not just any tree, it's a reflection of the heart of the village." Lily nodded, confident. "We've learned much." Greed was replaced with generosity. But the woman was not easily convinced. A tree so magical requires more than one lesson to maintain its magic. "Let's see if you've truly understood." She whispered to the tree, and suddenly, all its golden peaches vanished. In their place, a single, silver peach hung. The village gasped in shock. Whispers spread like wildfire. Where are the golden peaches? What will we do now? Panic began to set in. The woman spoke, her voice clear. This is the peach of unity. To regain the golden peaches, the village must show they can stand united, not just in prosperity, but also in adversity. Lily, understanding the gravity of the task, stood before the villagers. We've faced challenges before. Together, we can unlock the magic of the peach of unity. Weeks turned to months. The village tried numerous acts to showcase unity. They held feasts, built communal spaces, and even organized village-wide games. But the silver peach remained unchanged. Despair settled. The once prosperous village was dwindling as traders and visitors, once drawn by the golden peaches, went elsewhere. Doubt grew among villagers. Fingers were pointed, and old grievances resurfaced. One cold evening, as hope seemed lost, Lily's grandmother fell ill. Without the wealth from the peaches, they couldn't afford her medicine. Word spread quickly. By dawn, villagers, remembering the kindness Lily and her grandmother showed, began pooling resources. Children shared their savings, farmers donated produce, and craftsmen auctioned their wares. The funds for the medicine were raised in a single day. As Lily's grandmother sipped the healing potion, warmth returned to her cheeks. That night, a glow emanated from the center of the village. The silver peach was shining brightly. By morning, the tree was once again laden with golden peaches. The blue-eyed woman approached Lily, a smile playing on her lips. You've learned that unity isn't just about grand gestures. It's found in small acts of kindness, especially when faced with challenges. Lily nodded, her eyes filled with tears of gratitude. Our village is strong, not because of magic, but because of the hearts within it. The woman, her task complete, began to fade away, her form merging with the morning mist. Remember, her voice echoed, magic is but a reflection of one's heart. The village prospered again, but not just from the golden peaches. They had discovered a more profound magic: unity in adversity, compassion during hardships, and the understanding that true wealth wasn't in gold but in their bonds. Years later, as children sat around fires, they would hear the tale of the golden peaches, the silver peach, and the lessons that ensured their village remained united and prosperous, a beacon for all to see. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe for more interesting stories.